Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear students of class 8, today we will talk about cell membrane and cytoplasm. We have been talking about cells since yesterday, and in the beginning we talked about the discovery of the cell and how that particular function, how that particular definition that we always use to define cell came into being. And today we're going to talk about the parts of the cell. Actually, these are not the only part of the cell. These are just the first two parts of the cell. Cell has other parts as well, but today I would like to restrict myself to these parts as well, these parts only. So today we will talk about cell membrane and we'll talk about cytoplasm. Right? First of all, let me draw a simple cell here, animal cell, right? Because if I draw a plant cell, then I have to draw a cell wall as well. Because plant cells have cell wall in addition to the cell membrane. Here's an animal cell, typical animal cell, right? So this this is the cell membrane and this is the nuclear membrane, right? So what is cell membrane? You can easily guess from the diagram. If you just focus on this particular thing, cell membrane, you can easily say that this is the outermost boundary of the cell. So what is cell membrane? It is the outermost boundary of the cell. Boundary of the cell. In the simplest terminology, you can say cell membrane is the skin of the cell. This is the easiest way to understand cell. Cell membrane is the skin of the cell because it is the outermost. We have here, this is my hand, you can see this is the skin, right? So underneath the skin there are arteries, veins, muscles, bones, ligaments, tendons, but the outermost thing is skin. Here you see the outermost covering is the cell membrane. But this cell membrane is a dynamic structure. It is dynamic. It is not rigid like cell wall. It is dynamic, right? So this cell membrane is which is also called as plasma membrane. It's also called a plasma membrane. When it comes to the composition of the cell membrane, we must know that two important components, the two major components which are involved in the making of cell membrane are lipids and proteins, right? I can give you the example, simplest example. For example, if I say what is the composition of tea that you generally take at your respective homes in the morning, especially namkeen tea. What are the components? It's milk, it is salt, it tea leaves. So if you are supposed to, you know, uh, name the components of the tea, you will write milk, tea leaves, and salt. When all these three things, are mixed and then boiled, what we have? We have tea. When these lipids and proteins, we can say when they combine or when they mix up, they form the cell membrane. The the point here to understand is that this cell membrane or plasma membrane, it is made up of lipids and proteins. Now, these lipids are of, there are so many types of lipids. These lipids are of so many types. For example, there are sphingolipids, there are phospholipids, but here this particular it is made up of phospholipids. Phospholipids and associated proteins. Plasma membrane is made up of phospholipids and associated proteins, right? I will not go into detail and tell you that these phospholipids have hydrophilic ends and hydrophobic ends, right? That is something that you have to understand in your higher classes. But here, up to class 8, it is enough for you people to remember that cell membrane or plasma membrane is made up of phospholipids and proteins. These are the components which make up the cell membrane. No, number three thing is very important to understand that this cell membrane has got pores, P-O-R-E-S, pores. small holes are there on the cell membrane, and through these holes materials like oxygen and glucose, they come into the cells through these small pores, right? And the waste materials which are formed in the cell like carbon dioxide, they leave the cell also through these pores. So we can say this cell membrane, it is plasma membrane, it is selectively permeable, it is semi permeable. Actually there are three words we use: permeable, impermeable, and semi permeable. Permeable means which allows everything to get in, semi permeable means which allows only certain things to get in, and impermeable means which doesn't allow anything to get in. But as far as this is concerned, this is semi permeable, means that it allows only certain materials inside, and then allows only certain materials to go outside. This is the biggest advantage of this cell membrane being semi permeable. For example, if this cell membrane would not have been semi permeable, it would have been permeable, then everything will get into the cell. For example, toxic substances will make their way into the cell, and the useful substances within the cell, they will make their way outside the cell. So what will happen? The cell will collapse ultimately. But it doesn't happen to the cell, because the cell membrane or the plasma membrane, it is selectively permeable, or it is semi permeable, and it encloses the, what we call as, the nucleus. It encloses the nucleus, right, which harbors the genetic material. Understand? And what is the function of the cell membrane? It gives shape to the cell, that we all know, right? It gives shape to the cell. And what it does, other than giving shape to the cell, it is semi permeable. It gives only certain materials to inside the cell, and only certain materials to go outside the cell. Yim zan useful in materials तो मुझे त्रा जमचरी पानस मज उनको अलाउ करती है अंदर जाना, और जो सेल में जो वेस्ट मटेरियल्स बनते हैं उनको वो बाहर जाने देती है. ये इसका बहुत बड़ा फंक्शन है. किसका? सेल मेम्ब्रेन का. इट इज पॉसिबल ओनली बिकॉज sorry, because this cell membrane has got small pores. Now as far as these proteins are concerned, which I told you that it is made up of, actually there are two types of proteins. This two is simply for the sake of remembrance. One type of protein is called as integrated proteins, and number two type is called as peripheral proteins, because I told you in the beginning that cell membrane it is made up of lipids and proteins. As far as लिपिड्स में मैंने फिर क्या कहा? फॉस्फोलिपिड्स. हालांकि उसमें स्फिंगोलिपिड्स भी होते हैं. फॉस्फोलिपिड्स खास कर बनावा सेल मेम्ब्रेन. तो प्रोटीन में बनावा कुछ अमिक खास खास इंटीग्रल प्रोटीन्स बेस पेरिफेरल जो टाइप प्रोटीन इंटीग्रेटेड प्रोटीन्स यमन वारिया फंक्शन. दे एक्ट एज चैनल्स बनावा लेकिन असान ये मॉलिक्यूल तो नेरान. दे एक्ट एज चैनल्स प्लस दे आल्सो एक्ट एज रिसेप्टर्स. सेल के ऊपर क्या होते हैं? रिसेप्टर्स. मसलन अगर कोई हार्मोन उसको सेल के अंदर जाना है तो सेल के ऊपर लगे होते हैं उस हार्मोन के लिए रिसेप्टर्स. वो इसको रिसीव करते हैं, ठीक, और फिर सेल के अंदर वो सिग्नल भेजते हैं कि फलानी हार्मोन आमद, फलानी केमिकल आमद. सो दे एक्ट एज चैनल्स, दे एक्ट एज receptors. Who? These integrated proteins. And these peripheral proteins, they form or they are somehow involved in the what we call as cytoskeleton. जो सेल का जो है ना फ्रेमवर्क, उसके बनने में उसका इन्वॉल्वमेंट होता है. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट सेल मेम्ब्रेन और प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन. तो आवर नेक्स्ट part is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is very important for all of us to understand, because most of us do not understand the cytoplasm the way we understand the other parts of the cell. Okay, so the most we can say played out definition that we give for this cytoplasm is that it is a jelly like substance, but we never understood what is the jelly like substance. For example, if I draw another diagram here, This is again cell, this is nucleus. Now see, here I am drawing these microtubules, microfilaments, and these biochemicals which are scattered all through this cytoplasm. Okay, then this cell membrane, this is cytoplasm. Please understand, cytoplasm is actually the region. So this is nuclear membrane, right? Right here, this is nuclear membrane, okay. So this is nucleus here. Nucleus has a membrane around, that is called as nuclear membrane, and this is called as cell membrane, and within this is called as cytoplasm. How can we identify or recognize cytoplasm in a cell? When we say the liquid, first of all, let's focus on the term cytoplasm. See, cyto means cell, plasm means liquid. So we say the liquid part of the cell, liquid portion of the cell. If this liquid portion of the cell, it should be, please remember this, the cytoplasm is a region, alaka, region between plasma membrane and nuclear membrane. Between plasma membrane and nuclear membrane. यानी युस अलाक यम प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन पे यह न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन तामत छ तथ छ वनान यह गो साइटोप्लाज्म अगर वह मतलब अस वोन साइटोप्लाज्म is the region between plasma membrane along with nucleus. तो छी गल अस हाउ के दिमाग मज याद यह साइटोप्लाज्म it starts from यानी the region between plasma membrane and the nuclear membrane. This is called a cytoplasm, and this region is filled with a jelly-like substance that we call a cytoplasm. The area between this plasma membrane and nuclear membrane, it is filled with a jelly-like substance, okay, within which the cell organelles, biochemicals are embedded. This area is called as cytoplasm. But here, see something very interesting. If I say this cytoplasm along with the nucleus, this is called as protoplasm. Then this is called as. So what is the difference between the cytoplasm and the protoplasm? Cytoplasm is a region between plasma membrane and nuclear membrane. Protoplasm means cytoplasm along with nucleus. This is called as protoplasm. Got it? So this is the cytoplasm. Now let me also know about the components of cytoplasm. In cell membrane, we saw that there are two important components involved in the preparation of cell membrane. It was lipids and proteins, phospholipids and proteins. Then proteins are two types: integrated proteins, which act as receptors, linkers, which act as channel proteins, right? Then peripheral proteins, they are involved in the cytoskeleton. But here you see the four major components of cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is made up of four major components. You see here, if you see, unfortunately I don't have another color to differentiate these macrotubules and microfilaments. I told you that this cytoplasm, it is made up of four important components. That means four important components are involved in the preparation or makeup of what we call as cytoplasm. First is cytosol. 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 Very easy. Cytosol. Number two is cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton and motor proteins. Cytoskeleton and motor proteins. Number third is what we call as biochemical inclusions. Number third is sorry, cytoplasmic inclusions. Cytoplasmic inclusions. Cytoplasmic inclusion. Number 4 is cell organelles. Cell organelles. Now, if you focus on these words, cytosol, cytoskeleton, and motor proteins, cytoplasmic, what is this? Cytoplasmic inclusion and cell organelles, it will be very easy for you people to understand all these terms in just one go. You need not to cajole your brain out, to tie your brain. First of all is cytosol. What is this cytosol? Cytosol is one basically, cytosol means liquid portion. It is mostly made up of water. लिक्विड पोर्शन वो ये ज्यादातर किसका बना होता है? पानी का. The liquid portion is called cytosol. It is mostly made up of water. It is mostly made up of water. Then cytoskeleton and motor neuron. Cytoskeleton में होते हैं ये, इनको हम बोलते हैं माइक्रोफिलामेंट्स, राइट? माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स. ये माइक्रोफिलामेंट्स, माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स, ये सेल को क्या देते हैं? दे गिव स्केलेटन. इस पर अच्छा अर्जी हड्डियां हमें क्या करती हैं? दे गिव अस अ सॉर्ट ऑफ फ्रेम, अस दिवाम अख स्ट्रक्चर. इथे पण कस बस यह is cytoskeleton. It consists of microtubules, microfilaments, tube-like structures, thread-like structures. ठीक, microtubules. They give a sort of skeleton to the cell. Then motor proteins, they help in the movement. They help in the movement of cytosol. बात समझ में आ गई? Cytosol must catch. It is a liquid portion. It is mostly made up of water. Then cytoskeleton and motor proteins. Cytoskeleton includes microtubules and microfilaments, which are here like needles. Then you have motor proteins. They are simply for the sake of movement. Motor term, it means movement. Movement of cytosol. They help in the movement of this cytosol, this liquid. Understand? The third one is cytoplasmic inclusion. This cytoplasmic inclusion means the biochemicals. Unfortunately, this doesn't work. These biochemicals, I would like to draw them green, but it's not working. These are biochemicals. What are these biochemicals? These are actually proteins. These are proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, pigments. Okay, these are called as the biochemicals. So they are called as cytoplasmic inclusions. They include proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, many pigments. They are scattered throughout the cytoplasm. So we can say they are also a part of cytoplasm. Then lastly we have cell organelles. Cell organelle means little organelles. Little organelles, including mitochondria, okay, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, these are the cell organelles. All these are involved in the makeup of or in the preparation of what we call as cytoplasm. Now you came to know that cytoplasm is composed of 4 major components. Cytosol, please remember, cytosol means the liquid portion. It is mostly made up of water. Cytoskeleton and motor proteins, it means there are microfilaments and microtubules within the cytoplasm, and these are responsible for providing skeleton to the cell, and then you have got what we call as microfilaments. Also they are thread-like structures. Also the function is same, they skeletal support. Then you have motor proteins, which are responsible for the movement of cytosol. Then you have cell organelles, little organelles like mitochondria. You have Golgi apparatus, your endoplasmic reticulum, and so on and so forth. So this was about the what we call as cytoplasm. Now let us go to the functional side of cytoplasm. Let us try to know or understand what is the function of the cytoplasm. first of all, you must know that this cytoplasm, which we in most of the cases do not prefer over other organs, इसे साइटोप्लाज्म जहाँ तक इनके फंक्शंस का ताल्लुक है, we say that after बड़ बार फंक्शन क्या मतलब गो, it is the site for what we call as metabolic activities. It is the site, ये वो जगह है जहाँ पर क्या होती है, जहाँ पर metabolic activities होती है. Now what are metabolic activities? Metabolic activities means जहाँ पर एनर्जी जनरेट होती है, और एनर्जी यूज होती है. Means when I say that cytoplasm is the site of metabolic activities, I mean to say that this is the site for the generation of energy plus the usage of energy, or we can say this is the site of anabolic and catabolic process that you will come to know in later classes. Of function change, the function change, mind function push. It is the site of metabolic activities. And number second, function of this cytoplasm is that it is involved in the protein synthesis. It is involved in the protein synthesis. Protein भी यहाँ से बनते हैं, protein and lipid synthesis. Sorry, protein and lipid synthesis. These are the functions of protoplasm. First function is site of metabolic activities where energy is generated and used. Next is protein and lipid synthesis. And number third is that it is responsible for giving shape to the cell. How? Through these shape to cell. How? Through these microtubules and microfilaments. And number 4 is that it also helps us the cytosol movement. It also helps in the cytosol movement. Why this cytosol movement is important? If I ask you, because these biochemical in the form of proteins and fats, they are evenly distributed because of the movement of the cytosol. If cytosol remains fixed, these biochemicals will just occupy a particular place in the cytoplasm. Because the cytosol is moving, these biochemicals reach each and every corner of the cell. And we can say that the cytosol movement is important because it evenly distributes these biochemicals, which are proteins, fats, carbohydrates, and pigments. So these are the functions of cytoplasm. Inshallah, tomorrow we will take up another part of the cell. Till then, Khuda Hafiz.